Okay, not sure who's going to come on, so you know, I'm trying to balance my phone because I'm not currently at home. So what I'm going to do, I'll put it with my glass of water. There we go. Very professional. Whoa, very professionally done. I wouldn't put it with my coffee because I want to drink my coffee. So I've just done a Pilates class, so I look a little bit worse for wear. It's always about that. So I am, if you come on and you want to watch, just say hi. It's really cool for me. And say, this is not heavy. I'm proving and showing that tapping is super duper incidental, as well as being super deep. Hey, Sarah. As well as being super deep and super, like, it gets to the limiting beliefs and everything. You can actually just tap just to, like, just to release stuff. So what came up for me a bit this morning was the sort of the self-doubt. So I'm just tapping here. First of all, I'll quickly show you the points. So the tapping point here, when we want to introduce ourselves to the problem or whatever we're tapping, we just start tapping here. The next tapping point is just above, like on the crown. You just tap. And when I say tap, you're not like doing this, like giving yourself some kind of, you know, seizure. You're just tapping really gently here, right? And then it's the inside of your eye. I'm trying wearing glasses instead of contacts. And then the outside of your eye. And when you do tapping, it's interesting. You can either do two hands, one hand, either side, and then under your eye. So it's on the bone under your eye. All right. Then you've got under your nose, under your lip, collarbone here. So excuse my workout attire. I'm just in a real kick-ass Pilates class. Then you're doing like monkey, so nipple line under your arm. You can do it either like that. I like doing that because it makes me look like a monkey, and what's not fun about looking like a monkey? And then you've got the perfume bit, so literally just tapping your wrists, both sides. And then you can, this is one really good if you've got kids, you can teach these, so it's outer edge of your fingers all the way down. Okay, I'll be tapping and chatting. Tap and chat, tap and chat. So do say hi if you're coming in. It's morning, it's 11:03, and we're just gonna, again, just gonna show how tapping it's super effective, but we're gonna make it super easy. So what kind of came up this morning was like this pang of self-doubt for me. I don't really get self-doubt very often, not because of it, but I've really worked on having no ego. So I can, because of the stuff I do and stuff, it's really handy to get yourself out of the way, right? So you get your own, I wonder what people think of me out of the way. And you know, when you do that, oh my goodness, like, it just doesn't matter anymore. You kind of do things with a real freedom because, I can come up to Yorkshire in a sleepy market town. There's me flopping around with no shoes on. Holding my flip-flops. I've got my little boy in his pajamas because he doesn't like wearing clothes. And it's like, oh, this is very nice. And it doesn't even occur to me that anyone would be thinking anything, because it's like, well, it's not really, it's my life. Who would have an opinion on my life, you know? So, but what can happen when we let our ego, one of my friends, she actually has she says to name her ego. So she says, oi, oi, back off. Ready to start live. Yeah, we're already there. We're already there. Don't worry, Facebook. And self-doubt and anything like that is all driven from ego, and the worry about what people think. The worry about it's just driven from there. So once we can like get rid of that, it's a super powerful, freeing thing to do. So self-doubt. When I think of self-doubt, like, if you want to, whoever's there, or if you're, do hashtag replay, if you're doing it on replay. When I think of self-doubt, it goes right to my tummy. And I remember, I always used to love amateur dramatics as a kid and stuff. And I remember being there, and I knew I'd rehearsed. I knew I'd done everything right. I knew I'd done all the right stuff. And then I'd be there on the wings. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know. And that kind of this oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be good enough. And it's the not good enough. It's all those kind of thoughts, if you have them. I don't know why it's coming up. It just does, because that's what tapping does. It brings random stuff up. If you ever have the kind of the not enoughs, the wow, who's gonna want me? Who am I to want that in life? That kind of, all of a sudden it creeps in like a kind of a veil and a net, and you can kind of all of a sudden get really kind of encroached in this. And it kind of, the minute it has a bit of you, it kind of feeds off that kind of that not self-loathing. It's just this kind of lack of confidence, but confidence is such a big word as well. When people say they haven't got confidence, like, well, what do you mean by that? Is it that you don't want to speak? Is it that you can't, you don't have any faith in yourself? Is it that you worry no one else has faith in you? It's kind of I always thought confidence was a thing in itself. And then I was speaking to a master trainer, and he said, yeah, but confidence is such a huge thing, because if someone is lacking in self-confidence, it just doesn't say what it is, what their belief might be. So if you've got self-doubt or a feeling that you're not going to be enough for yourself or the people around you, is that why you struggle? Because self-doubt is like this. It is like this veil. It's like this black kind of drip that once you start believing, and once you start agreeing with the self-doubt, once you start kind of, it gets a grip. And it's a case of, and I talk about it quite a lot, about an upper limit problem. It's about a self-sabotage, and often you'll get this self-doubt creeping in, and it keeps you down at heel. Self-doubt and, I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough, or that won't work, or I can't do that. What it does do, what it's very good at, it's your subconscious, right? Believe it or not, self-doubt and lack of belief in oneself is actually your self-conscious protecting you from getting hurt. Because if you start believing in yourself, and if you start getting rid of those little monkeys and that veil, then you are free to be seen. And it might be that when you've been seen, that, I don't know, that something bad has happened to you before. It might be that when you have no doubt, and when you are, no doubt, don't speak, no, sorry, is that Gwen Stefani? Anyway, oh my gosh, that's going back a bit, isn't it? Crikey. I do love songs. Anyway, I'll try not to sing again. I almost sung last night. Oh, no. Okay, so, so when you, no doubt. So when you haven't got the doubt, when you do have the faith in yourself, what then? Like, what would that mean? Then you'll be free to go and be that person. But that's terrifying. I know. I'm just gonna, so if I could, if I knew the words, and I'm pretty sure I could be pitch perfect, Sarah, I'd probably just freaking sing it. Oh, I know. I do have that on my I have a few of her songs. I'm just a girl. So me and my daughter do sing that. Although some of the lyrics are questionable for my 9-year-old girl. I'll just say that. I have to go, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Blindfold, I don't know. Why would they do that? I don't know. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. We skirt over that song too. We listen to a lot of Pink. So there's some questionable lyrics for a child, but that's okay. That's just a conversation. Tap that out later. This self-doubt, this self-worth, this enoughness, and not at all thinking that men don't get it. But I know from working with a lot of people, right, that women have almost got this inbuilt, I'm not enough. There's always a not enough. It came up last night. There was this lack of worth, lack of value, lack of enoughness. But if I had a workshop for everybody who just doesn't feel enough, I reckon I'd stack it out, because a lot of people just don't feel enough, and and some people it cripples them, and some people they learn to live with. But there's always this kind of this little hole that doesn't feel enough, that doesn't feel, that creeps in. But do you know what? It's to keep you safe. And that, you know, and that's kind of what we're doing right now, yeah? What we're doing, we're tapping. This is, in case you're not sure what tapping actually does, I'm going to bring it down a bit so you can see me, tapping on a bit. Okay, so this is, see, inhale, exhale. Do you know, when I did my, just a quick aside, when I did my Pilates instructor exam, I had to wear this because I used to forget to tell people to breathe. So they'd be there and like, do we breathe it again? And so I had to wear this top. So I'd remember what to say in my exam. I know, how sneaky is that? Anyway, moving on. So I've had it a while. So what was I saying? So yeah, so our subconscious is there to protect us, right? And it makes all these decisions. We make all these decisions about life and thinking, okay, well, if we say, for example, I don't know, say, for example, you put your hand up in school one day and you answered a question. Like, yes, I know the answer. Yes, I'm right. I'm going to put myself out there. Boom, hand up. No, you're wrong. Everyone turns around, points at you and laughs. Right? Imagine, and you might or might not have had, that actually isn't even relevant for me. That doesn't ever happen to me actually, but it just came up for some reason, I'm not sure why. So if that has ever happened to you, and I can only imagine everyone laughing, the disappointment in the teacher, everyone pointing, oh, you think you're so clever, me. And I can only imagine it'd be like, oh my God, every time. I would imagine that you could actually create a belief out of that, saying every time I speak up, I'm ridiculed. Can you see how, oh my God, that's happened to you. Oh my God, because that hasn't happened to me, Sarah, so that's really bizarre. Gosh, maybe, I've got a friend who's a medium. She keeps saying I'm very intuitive, so maybe I just read that from you. Okay, so, gosh, that's really, whoa, that's really made me go all goosebumpy there. Okay, so, I can only imagine that literally went straight to your subconscious to make you, because that feeling you felt in that moment would have ripped through you. And your subconscious would say, we're not doing this again. We're not going to have this pain again. We're not going to have this utter devastation again. So you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do, Sarah, says your subconscious. I know it's a bit weird, but go with me. We are going to keep you safe. And we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again. And so it creates a bubble. So I'm getting there to what tapping does, but this is where we get to. So it creates a bubble around that memory and goes, we're going to keep this safe so we never forget to keep you safe. So we're going to keep this memory and we're going to keep reliving it a little bit so that we never forget how to keep you safe. Okay, so there's a part of you that's reliving that moment over and over again to make sure that you never repeat it again, if that makes sense. So the belief you then have around that, whatever belief you then make around that moment, will be like, right, well, I'll never put my hand up. I won't do that. I'll keep myself safe. But really, what you can do is go, do you know what? That happened. That was a moment in time. And it can then go and affect your whole life. But what you can do is go to that moment, shift the perspective, and release the energy. And that's EFT slightly deeper, which I do. But this, the tapping, what you're doing with the tapping, when you go back to these moments and when you remember and you feel how you feel in your body, just tapping, not going to memories, but just tapping on how you feel. So I said self-doubt, self-worth, and this is where it's taken me. So you see, for some bizarro reason, this is where it's taken me. So you just tap on the emotions around how the things that you're feeling. So I'm feeling a bit full of self-doubt, feeling a bit like lacking in confidence. And as you tap, what you're doing is you are literally, we have meridian lines running through our body that control all our organs. Everything is attached to these meridian lines. And hey, Chris. And so as you're tapping on them, you're kind of, you can do that as well. You're kind of releasing the energy attached to whatever you're thinking about. It's kind of like acupuncture whilst you're thinking about the problems and without needles. Yeah. So while you're thinking about it, while you're tapping, you're releasing the energy surrounded in that emotional charge. So the lack, if you're full of like self-doubt or you're shaking or worrying, you tap, the energy will leave your body. it'll shake its way out. It'll leave your body. Sorry, I'm getting somebody messaging. Okay, so that's why tapping. Because you're physically shifting the energy. It's emotion, emotion, energy and motion is what emotion is. So we want to release the energy out of our body. Okay, recently happened, I've been quite honest about it, with my ex was there, and as he was there, I was on the phone to the police, and I was literally going tap, 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 oh God, you're keeping calm. And it's like, yeah, look who's watching. Do you know what I mean? I was tapping on the phone thinking, I'm not going to, I'm not going to let this stick again. I'm not going to let this thing stick. And it didn't. And that was great. But that's why tapping is so powerful. And you can tap on the big stuff like all the time. But like what I love to do is just tap on an emotion. And I just woke up feeling a pang of, ooh, uncertainty, a pang. And I always wake up pretty happy, and I just felt a little bit like, I did a big workshop last night. I think it might, I don't know, you don't know. It was my ego coming in, wanting to make sure that I'd done a good enough job, basically. But actually, there's nothing I can do to control the job I do. It's depending how people take it. So that's why it's about ego. So there's nothing I can do. People will take from what I give. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I think, actually, I don't know. Oh, ego. That's how I know it's the ego, because it's actually about, oh God, I wonder if people liked me. Oh my goodness, I wonder if it was about me, but it really isn't about me. It's about everybody else. So that's really cool. Anyway. I don't know, like I find that getting rid of all this, it kind of gives me a bit of a buzz as well, tapping through stuff. So yeah, that's why I want the whole world just to be able to tap on whatever comes up, because it's so powerful and it's so amazing. And do you know, I'm going to show you something really cool as well at the end. I'm just so yeah, so self-doubt. Anything, I feel it in my tummy. I feel it in my tummy a little bit. So I'm going to say, even though I'm a bit unsure, I love and accept myself anyway. So there you go. There's a setup, really basic setup. It was great last night. Made you want to know more. Okay. Well, we're going to have a chat later if you want, Sarah. Yeah, I'm really glad you enjoyed last night. Yeah, I really enjoyed meeting you all. And it was really like, I was up for hours after, hence why I looked slightly rough this morning. I was like, wow, my head was on it. Like, whoa. Because I'm really intuitive. So I know what I want to say, but I have no idea how I genuinely don't know how it's all going to come out. So I literally have about 5 things on my piece of paper that I'm going to say. And the rest of it, it depends what comes up. It's really cool. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, Sarah. Cool. And it's quite a long one, wasn't it? Okay, so tapping, really simply, it's an even though I feel this, I accept myself, or I love and accept myself anyway, or I'm open to loving myself, or I accept myself right now anyway. It's that kind of thing. So even though I feel a little bit unsure, I love and accept myself anyway. Yeah, bit unsure, bit full of self-doubt, bit lacking confidence. Feel it in my tummy. It's yellow prickly ball in my tummy. Yeah, okay, so it's a yellow prickly ball. Now there's 2 options here you can do, and because we're doing the lighter version, we're not doing the memory version, we're doing the lighter kind of, so do you know what, okay, so even though I've got this funky, sicky, yellowy feeling in my tummy, yeah, I love and accept myself anyway. So make that relevant to you. So I've got this blue block of shredded wheat in my head. I don't know, whatever it is for you. I don't know why I said shredded wheat, really sorry. Unless you do a bit of shredded wheat in your head. Now you do, just put it anyway. Okay, so you see what I mean. So you're really tuning into the physical feeling of the action. So the self-doubt led to a physical thing, a physical, almost visible thing. Okay, so then you can choose to either see where that takes you memory-wise and write down some memories and see where you go there, or that version is probably where you need a bit more help and a bit more, we go into it a bit further, so we go and obliterate the beliefs, but that is something you need to do in a different way, with me in a different way. In the moment you go, do you know what, you just literally focus on that emotion and you focus, how do I get out of my body? right now. So focus. Okay, so it's a ball. So do you know what? I'm going to bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. Okay, and I'm just literally going to visualize it go out my mouth. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so what it won't do is get rid of the whole belief, but what it will do is we'll get rid of the moment. It'll get rid of me in this moment feeling any self-doubt. I'm just going to literally just coming up, 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 up. I can feel it. So yeah. Okay, cool. I've never done that. I've never done this on live before, so hopefully nobody's getting too grossed out. So, okay, cool. Okay, cool. It's going to affect my throat in a sec. So, okay, something might get stuck in my throat in a minute, so it's fine. So it's actually left down there. So I'm just literally seeing, some people give it wings, and if they get butterflies, they go fly, 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 fly away. And that is, I would say this is more symptom management. So rather than taking a pill or an anti-anxiety tablet, you'd take this. What you'd want to do if you want to get to the root cause is you go a bit deeper. And that's, yeah. But we're not talking about that right now. What we're doing is talking about symptoms, managing the symptoms of whatever you've got going on. Okay, cool. Now, just to finish off, it's great with all, when you've sort of worked through whatever it is that's come through your body and think, oh, sure, I feel better now. Cool. One thing that's really quite nice is that I used to make life hard for myself, right? Really hard. I was even known as, if there's a hard way, Lucy, I'll find it. Seriously. So, I have been on a mission ever since to make life easy, hence why, like, tapping made easy, life made easy with me and stuff like that. I love making life easy, right? So I saw this other practitioner, and what she does is she just goes, how easy can this be? Because I want my business to be easy. I want it to flow. I want it to be easy for people to come in, literally find their power and go and live their most amazing life. That's what I want. I want it to be in, boom, done. That's why everything I do is easy. Maybe not Pilates, but it gets easier. But anyway, so I want people to be able to come in, see me. I show them all the stuff, and they go and they live their happy lives. That's what I really, really want. And so I think, well, that's great. I'm just going to show people how to do stuff. So that's it. So I'm like, how can I make this easy? How much easier can I make this? And this works as how much better can life get? And when I was literally, the only good thing about my day was that I had a coffee. This was a couple of years ago. I was literally, what can I be grateful for today? I know that someone has gone and got me a coffee, because everything else is pretty awful. Like, yeah, that I love my kids, and yeah. But what is, oh my goodness, I've got a hot drink. I'm in pain. My life is shit. And so I would actually say, how much better can life get than this? Not, oh, is this it? Is this what I've got? Show me how much better can life get? Okay, so when you're not finding life very good, or if you actually affirm, show me how. Show me how much better life can get than this. Show me. Show me how much easier I can make this. So I say this, when I feel like a bit overwhelmed, when I'm trying to, do you know what, I'm trying to create easy things for people. I end up making it very complicated. I can sometimes get so caught up in trying to make things simple that I actually go, I'm trying so hard, and actually say, God, how much more easy? How much more relaxed can I make this? You know, so show how much, whatever it is you need, just say, show me how much more relaxed. How much more money can I make? Yeah? Whatever it is you want to receive, show me how. How much more, how much better can life get than this? Was like one of the most powerful things I'd say. And I'd be there in the mirror, like streaming, my eyes streaming. I'd be, how much better than life can get? And, you know, I said, no, show me how much better it can get. Please show me. I am ready, and I'm going to do it. And I just need you to show me how much. And I would feel alive, and I'd feel the possibility, because at the end of the day, you can get all the help, take all the drugs, do all the things, but everything is already inside you. But you do have to. Do you know what the most annoying thing I probably say is? In order to grow, you gotta let go. That's why I put it on top of my sales page, because it makes me laugh. But seriously, you know, there is so much you are holding on to. And self-doubt, we'll go back to self-doubt, lack of value, lack of worth, not enough, all those little things there. They come from somewhere and they are there to keep you safe. And you make the decision, not anymore. I'm going to choose to let some of that go. So if you're still feeling something in your body, say, even though there's some of this residual icky left, or whatever word you would use, I accept myself as I am anyway. Even though there's some of this shizzle being annoying, doing its thing, I love myself anyway. Okay. And right now, in this moment, I'm going to choose to let some of it go. I'm going to choose subconscious. You know, you're keeping me safe, but I'm going to choose to let some of it go. Okay. Then you're realizing it's a choice. We just talked about it last night, but everything, you know, you can choose. You can choose. Okay. And you know what? It's safe. Because even just letting a little bit of that self-doubt, a little bit of that protection go, just a little bit, you'll still be safe. So it's safe to let a little bit of it go. So even though there's some stuff left, some air left, I accept myself anyway. Even though there's a little bit of icky left, I accept myself as I am anyway. All right, so tap, tap, tap. And I choose to let it go. There you go. I choose to let even just a little bit go. I am safe to let it go. Okay. And then you just tap. And you know, another really eye tip, I'm having a tricky conversation. I don't really have, but do you know what? I don't have many people in my life that I don't enjoy talking to anymore. Isn't that great? I've kind of manifested a life where I am only in touch with people I genuinely do that as well. But kids like that one because you know that. I manifested a life where everybody in it I enjoy talking to. So, but I used to be on the phone and tap 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 tap. Sorry, people there. Yeah. So, anyway, once you get used to tapping on anything, I tap on anything, everything. In fact, I just even tap in the morning, just because I wake up in the morning and just tap, because just to make sure there's nothing there, and also remember that other people's shit can attach itself to you and stuff. So. Yeah, so, okay. Now we'll just finish off, just hold here. I'm just going to hold that middle bit here. By the way, if you ever get into shock, there and there's a good one. Just hold here, breathing in. And just say something that you're going to achieve today. So, I'm going to achieve ease and grace and laughter today. I'm going to literally invite love and ease and grace and laughter into my world today. Show me ease, show me laughter, show me grace, show me love today and every day, but that's what I'm going to do today. That's what I feel today. Okay, just finish it off. Hand on heart. It's really hard not to feel better tapping. It's just hard not to. Why not? You know, what's the worst that can happen? I've been tapping for years and years and years, and I still haven't got indents in my forehead. But what I have got is I'm 40 in a few weeks. I'm so excited. So I'm nearly 40. I've got very few grey hairs. I've only got like a few little lines here. But I'm the most fittest, happiest, healthiest I've ever been in my life. I've been tapping for a few years. So it must stand for something. Okay, so I love you so much. I'm going to be here every Wednesday at 11, straight after Pilates. So I'll probably be a bit sweaty every Wednesday at 11. So if you like Sweaty Lucy, please reach out if you need anything. I love all things tapping. I love all things limiting beliefs smashing, and I love all things where we control our own destiny. So, and you can control yours if that's what you choose. So thank you so much, Sarah. I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you everybody else who joined in. Thanks, Chris. And I send all my love. And yeah, if you're replaying, would you do hashtag replay and let me know if anything comes up for you. I really appreciate that as well. So with love from me to you. See you next Wednesday at 11.